bar off for that?
You know this asshole?
Ah, gotcha. What?
You know this asshole?
Well, at least we got some good drinks with it. We've met.
I wouldn't recommend, as the captain's perking up, wouldn't recommend speaking poorly to the man who was looking for us. And the man who so delicately brought us
I'm
here.
only Sebastian Garson. Nobody with any major importance. Your character, basically, the guy's declaring himself to be one of the most renowned
Dread
outlaws.
Pirate Roberts. He is
There
Blackbeard.
probably isn't anybody who hasn't heard of him.
So, was this absolutely necessary?
Does the job.
Necessary?
See?
Necessary for me to
Do you
drink
worship
my
Destiny
drink?
by chance?
No, but I do it anyway because it's sterile and I like the taste.
Worship, no. You know, gods are God, don't cross them, but...
We had somebody in our party who did that. He got smoked on the second try.
Yeah, you don't cross them.
Yeah, well...
Just thought I'd ask, because I'm noticing a pattern with
I
the...
try to stay out of the affairs of gods, really.
Well, I just noticed the way he does business and the people who work with or for him, it gets the job done. Seems to be the slogan. Well, you gotta admit, makes for a great flair, though.
I was paid a considerable sum of money to take you into the goblin territory, so we're going to do just that.
Pays off a bar that we go and drink to, which, by the way, we were suggested to go to. Pays him off, so to speak, for us to get knocked out, so he can put us in a brig.
What other
You gotta
upgrades
admit,
have you done?
that's some real finesse right there. That's some planning.
Not too many, really. More cannons. It's a bit light on those. Interesting.
How about my auto-fire rifles?
Can't quite figure those out.
I can.
I'm sure you can.
So where are we headed?
Goblin country, like I said.
So, was there a
It's not bad
diversion
country.
in Braden as we left?
Diversion?
Well, he mentioned something about, the rural soldiers in Braden being more occupied with something else than stopping us.
I mean the big giant beast that's eating the city.
He goes, there's gonna be a diversion. I'm like, they're gonna find a Tarrasque. And he's like, you guessed it. And then 5 minutes later, what the diversion? What kind of diversion do they have?
Fucking asshole.
Yeah, it's busy slaughtering
asshole?
portions of the rural
Destin.
air army.
What do you think knocked him up black and blue, beat the piss out of him?
Oh, it's not.
No, it wasn't that. Yeah,
I'm saying.
Ooh, we found the word.
He had the piss beat out of him. He didn't care. Like, Tarrasque,
That
not
bothers
my
me.
problem.
Yeah,
I don't
Trask
know
was
who
a small
did, though.
problem.
The question is, who?
Who beat the piss out of Destin?
Yeah.
Last time I heard, he was going to go consort with some dragons. Came back just fine from that. Went and spent 20 years in the Badlands. You do the math. In any case, it beat him up. I'm gonna stay away from it.
So how long shall we be in transit, Captain?
A couple days.
May I visit my library while we're here?
As long as you guys are free to roam the ship, I would ask that you not attempt to leave.
Why would we do that?
Yep, you're alright.
It's a very long way to the ground, you know.
Oh, I'm sure you guys have figured out how to deal with those issues now, haven't you?
Somewhat.
Yeah, but you're the quickest way there.
But
Short of
technically, you are
destiny.
taking us where we want to go.
You're the quickest way there, short of
So
destiny
we
putting
really
us
don't
there.
really have much of a motive to escape, although I'm sure we'll be sorry to see the airship go again. Just suppose there's any negotiating on that end.
Getting the airship back, I don't know, I kind of like it. It's...
How'd you learn how to pilot this thing?
I don't believe the most interesting things that can be bought for the right amount of money.
Kobold.
I was not rather distraught. Young kobold. He was quite willing to part with lots of information.
Well, I can't speak on your behalf, Commander, but honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better fate for my books, if not in my possession. I was afraid to find them, no offense, but plundered, peed on.
I'm distinguished man, really.
Very true, very true. Like I said, I retract the statement, but, it's...
I really didn't have any
conflict
fear
of-
that he would mistreat the ship, darling. I was mostly worried about our lack of transportation, but that doesn't seem to be a problem now, does it?
The joys of a ship of this magnitude is tend to increase the distance at which people tend to raise the flag. You know, just kind of set it in for a nice slow approach. I think I've had one guy raise the flag at about 5 miles out.
So in the future, I don't suppose there's any way I could bargain for my books back.
Books? I rather like the library, actually.
I'm not
Okay.
sure you're planning on carrying them.
Well, if we decide to build another ship, or get our hands on another one, we'll know. Okay.
I
I'll
go
just
searching
ask.
for rooms. I just wander around.
Well, I'm gonna go sit in my library and I'm gonna sober up.
I find the temple that's in there. What is it? What's the conditions?
The temple. Probably one of the least used rooms on the ship.
Okay, so it's not thrashed or anything.
Oh, and Thresh, like he said,
He's a
he
distinguished
doesn't
man.
worship him, but he doesn't, tell him to fuck off.
Well, it was a multiple face temple.
It's
There,
more,
there were other altars built in, ready
Yeah,
to go.
he doesn't worship any one god, but he knows enough to date. They're still fucking gods.
Plus, you don't dick around with gods, but if you don't worship gods, you just kind of ignore them. They ignore you, and it's kind of that's how it goes. You start getting pissed.
It's hard to
at
ignore
gods.
them when they start sending you on fetch quests, but other than that,
Well, see, like I said,
Goddamn gods!
we have great reason to be a dick with this guy, and I'm going to be disgruntled with him. I'm just not going to pick a fight with him.
yeah,
It's
pretty much.
you sent me to go do this. I went to hell. I and the rest of my group went through hell to get this thing.
Bailey, guess whose cleric is gonna have more armor class than you?
How the fucking piss?
Vow of poverty and vow of peace stacked. I have plus.
You are taking vow of peace, you dickhead.
Yeah.
Oh,
All it
God.
does is affect anyone who comes near me by calm emotions. Anyone who hits me with a weapon, the weapon has to make a fort save or shatter, not do anything to me.
What happens if I punch him?
Frenzy target.
At least he'll be safe from the barbarian.
Yeah,
Calm
barbarian
emotions.
looks at me in calm emotions.
You're like, ah.
If
Oh.
he doesn't
Could I have
cast
a
the
bard
weapon
sing me a
save,
lullaby?
We need a pocket bar just for you.
I'm working on getting a pocket bar.
We need to get an extra.
I was
We need to
hoping-
get a midget pocket bar to put.
I was hoping to find one in that bar.
I need healing.
Who's gonna wake him
You
up?
want in the ship, though? I've been doing this pirating gig for the last couple hundred years. I don't know.
I can pick it up in your name.
My name. Can't have you taking my identity.
I'm not gonna take your identity. I'll just go do things in your name.
Find it's usually bad publicity to have other things do. Other people do stuff for you.
That was worth a shot.
Usually. There's one thing.
I think I've gotten everything I need from Exalted Deeds.
Could conceivably
I can
be
come
the
over here now.
crowning jewel in my
I have 38
collection.
armor class, by the way.
Goblins
I don't wear any
have
armor.
a gem that I guess they find as prized above.
Shiny?
I get it, crowning jewel goblins. They got Jim.
Prized above anything else in any of the hordes of their tribes.
Trap.
I don't
Why is
suppose
that?
it's a historical artifact, is it?
Maybe for them. I don't know the history of it myself, but at any rate, I don't know that many other people that have a gem that's 4 foot wide at the cut.
Yeah.
They just don't make diamonds that
Dwarf
big
game.
anymore. So I tell you what, we'll be making a little side stop before we go all the way into the Goblin Country.
Oh,
You go give me
goody.
this gem, and I think I might retire.
Get it back.
Shit.
I'm in.
Deal.
What?
Nothing. Just go with it.
You make me wanna listen to music again.